Hello student, welcome to my class. According to the routine, you class 9 student have 2 more chapter in your half yearly course, and these 2 chapters are from geography part. I hope you have enjoyed the last vacation classes, the virtual classes what I have taken, and because of extension of the lockdown, the school has arranged online classes. So to complete the syllabus and to let you learn by sitting at your home, and also to complete the syllabus, once again we are taking online classes, and today I shall take geography chapter 2, atmosphere. Atmosphere and its structure, air pressure and wind system. So this is chapter 2. Now, what is atmosphere? We all are surrounded by air which we cannot see, or that only we can feel the air, and the wind system is also included in the chapter. Air, when the air moves, it is called wind. Now, the envelope of air surrounding the earth from its surface up to some height, it is called atmosphere. Now this air includes number of gases, so it is a layer of number of gases. It means that in this layer of air, atmospheric layer, it composed of number of other gases: nitrogen, oxygen, argon, helium, xenon, methane, krypton, and all this. And the highest percentage, the volumetric percentage, nitrogen have the highest volumetric percentage, and it is 78.08%. It is the highest volumetric percentage. Now, the air, blanket of air surrounds this earth surface, which includes the number of gases. All this system, so it is natural, and all this system, the natural system has made a condition for survival of number of other living organism. Now this air, this atmosphere, it has structure. Now that structure includes atmosphere structure. Structurally, if we go, surface, number of layers are there. Now environment, in geographical point of view, if we study the environment, to know in a very simple way, in a lucid way, we study mainly the four these spheres. Okay, the four spheres, that is the lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and the biosphere, and one is the atmosphere. Again, this atmosphere has number of layers. Now, from here, bottom of the earth up to 10,000 kilometer. Okay, 10,000 kilometer. The altitude of this atmosphere. And here, from bottom to 10,000 kilometer, you will find number of gases. What I already said you, okay, nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, okay, and methane, krypton, and many more other gases. Now, the gases what present in the atmosphere and in the number of layers, okay, number of layers, all these are the quantity of the gases are not same. Now, the heavier gases in the atmosphere, say the nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, okay, all these are found largely confined 80 to 100 kilometer, okay. In this area, heavier gases are found. Now, the lighter gases are from this point to up to this 10,000 kilometer. The other lighter gases are found. Now, this in this atmosphere, nitrogen is the inactive gas and oxygen is the active gas. For 1 mark, okay, for 1 mark in the short question, okay, this you remember. Now, this atmosphere is getting warm day by day, and it is because of the deforestation, industrialization, using of fossil fuel and all this. When the quantity of this carbon dioxide will be excess in the atmosphere, the temperature will increase, and that we call it as what? Global warming. Now, the extent of the atmosphere. Now, extent of atmosphere, Earth. In science you got homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture, like this. Here based on the altitude, the climatologist, they divided these into two parts. Okay, one is homosphere. And one is heterosphere, where in the homosphere section you will find that the characteristics are more or less same, but here in the heterosphere you will find the different characteristics. Now, that 99% of the mass of all atmospheric elements is confined in this area, and that extend up to 32 kilometer from here to here, 32 kilometer. So in this homosphere, in this area, so the 3 layers are there. Okay, so troposphere, stratosphere and the mesosphere. Now one by one we will discuss all this. Now in the view of this considerable chemical change, atmospheric gases, okay, atmospheric gases beyond the mesosphere up to the 80 kilometer altitude, this upper layer, atmospheric layer, is quite different in condition, which is known as heterosphere. I already said. Now that layer include the oxygen, okay, helium, hydrogen and many more other gases are also there. Now the different layers of the atmosphere one by one we will discuss. Number 1 is troposphere. Number 1 is troposphere. This is the lowermost. This is the lowermost layer. So troposphere, it is the lowermost layer. The average height of this layer is 12 kilometer. The average height of this layer is 12 kilometer. But in all places the height of this 12 kilometer is not same. That this thing you remember. Now in the equatorial region, say this is equator. In this region, equatorial region, the height is 16 kilometer, and in the polar region, these are the North Pole and the South Pole, it is 8 kilometer. You see. Now, but average height is 12 kilometer. So in this troposphere, it contains the three-fourth of the total atmospheric gases, and most of the activities, okay, say this atmospheric gases in the entire water vapor, okay, so water vapor, dust particle and all this you will find in this layer up to 12 kilometer. Now the air temperature, regarding the air temperature and the air density, okay, here you will find maximum. Now when you will go up, okay, so the more altitude you will get less temperature and the less air density. So when the temperature decreases, okay, when the decreasing rate of temperature takes place at a rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius, 6.5 degree Celsius per kilometer, it is called lapse rate. Okay. So the highest limit of this layer, say this is the highest limit of this layer, it is called tropopause. Okay. After this tropopause, this is the highest limit of the troposphere. Don't be confused. This is the troposphere and the troposphere, this is the highest limit. After that it starts the stratosphere. Okay. Stratosphere. Stratosphere. Now from here, when you will go up, air temperature decreases. Okay. Here in the stratosphere, air temperature will increase. Okay. So the boundary between this troposphere and the stratosphere, it is known as the tropopause. Okay. Here what we found, all the weatheric phenomena take place in this layer. Stratosphere, no weatheric phenomena. Okay. So say the cloud formation, okay, cloud formation and the other, all these weatheric phenomena, all this do not take place in this layer. So where the cloud formation, everything, all this take place in this layer. Okay, keep this thing in the mind. And the air temperature gradually increases with height above the tropopause. I said you, air temperature increases in this layer, stratosphere. Now here I said that the air temperature decreases from bottom, okay, from bottom, and it is the average altitude of this layer is 12 km. In the equatorial region it is 16, in the polar region it is 8 km. Now, so when it decreases, it reached at its the topmost boundary minus 60 degree. Okay, you see the minus 60 degree. But after that, in the next layer, stratosphere, the air temperature increases, and when it gets 0, okay, 0 degree air temperature, in this layer aeroplane flies, because there is no weatheric phenomena, say the cloud formation and the other phenomena are not there. Because of the absence of any weatheric phenomena, this layer is free, and because of that the aeroplane flies in this layer. Now the lower part of this stratosphere, it becomes 0 degree. Okay. Now the air route follows this, that I already said. Okay. Now next is that the ozone molecule also present in this layer. Okay. In the competitive exam also, the exam what I faced many a times, so I got this question also, that the ozone particle present in which layer. Okay, number of option you will get, the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. Okay, like this number of spheres are there. So ozone particles are there in this layer, stratosphere. Because of presence of this ozone molecule, it protect ultraviolet ray. It stop ultraviolet ray which comes from sun and does not allow to fall directly on the earth surface, protecting the earth surface by this ozone. Okay, so this ozone molecule, it directly absorbs the sun's ultraviolet rays. Now the average height from the troposphere to stratosphere, it is 50 km average height. Okay, this you forget, because this 32 km it is homosphere and heterosphere. So the average it is homosphere. Now here it is 50 km. Okay, you will get confused. Okay, you will get puzzled. Okay, don't be puzzled. Now next layer is mesosphere. Here stratosphere. Okay, what I found here in this layer, air temperature increases. Okay, because of absence of all the weatheric phenomena, so aeroplane follows this route. Okay, because it is the problem. Okay, so the pilot does not face any problem here in this layer. Now after this layer, it is mesosphere. Mesosphere. Next layer is mesosphere. Here air temperature decreases, again increases. Here what will be there? Again air temperature will decrease. Okay. Chronologically one by one, if you remember, it is very easy. Okay. Now this atmospheric layer extend for height 30 km from the stratopause. Now stratosphere boundary, here you say it is stratopause. From here it is, the total height is, altitude is 30 kilometer. One more question may come. Keep all this in your mind. Okay. Now I already said air temperature again will decrease. Now accordingly with the gradual increase, okay, with the gradual increase in the altitude, when we will go up, okay, so air temperature will decrease and it decrease, it is minus 100 degrees Celsius. You see the decreasing rate. This decreasing rate will reach at the uppermost boundary, okay, uppermost boundary of this layer. This layer is mesosphere. Okay. Now next is thermosphere. Next layer is thermosphere. This layer just above the mesosphere, okay, above the mesopause, okay, again mesosphere boundary, here it is mesosphere boundary, it is here mesopause, okay, mesopause. Now next is thermosphere. Now this layer extend up to 80 kilometer. This layer from 80, okay, from 80 to say 400, okay, 80 kilometer to 400 kilometer it extend, and the lower part, okay, and it is the lower part of heterosphere also. The air temperature again increases, okay, air temperature increases, and this layer is also known as thermosphere, okay. Now air temperature of this layer rise according to altitude. The more altitude, the more air temperature, and it rises up to, the air temperature rises up to 1650 degree Celsius, okay. So air temperature it is increasing, okay, you see 1650 degree Celsius air temperature, okay. Now it is also quite worth mentioning that this layer contain electrically charged ion particle. Electrically charged ion particle also present in this layer, thermosphere, and because of this ion present of electrically charged ion, this layer is also called as ionosphere. One more question may come. Now we all enjoy the radio, everything. Now the radio wave what sends from the earth, radio wave sends from the earth reflects from this layer, radio wave. Keep this in mind, we all enjoy the radios, okay. So this is about the thermosphere, and the next layer, it is the last layer, it is exosphere, okay. So exosphere, it is the topmost layer which is immediately above the thermosphere, okay. Now this atmospheric layer extend, here what we got, 400 kilometer, from 400 to 10,000 kilometer. In the beginning of my class I said, so from bottom to, from the earth surface to its last limit, the highest altitude, it is 10,000 kilometer exosphere. Now in this layer the dominance of mainly the hydrogen and the helium gases are there, and the air temperature at this level, it is 5550 degrees Celsius. You see the temperature 5550 50 degree Celsius. Now, this is all about the different sphere. Troposphere, boundary, tropopause. Stratosphere, boundary, stratopause. Mesosphere, boundary, mesopause. Thermosphere, then exosphere. Now, air temperature, here increasing, decreasing, increasing. The different air temperature and the different layers. Okay. So these are the different layers of this atmosphere. Now, atmospheric pressure and its measurement. Now, it is very easy. Okay, easy way I am telling that the atmospheric pressure here it has density, it has this mass, weight. Okay. Now, air, it is a gaseous matter. Okay. So it has mass or weight. It has also pressure. Okay. It has also pressure. Now, this pressure, air pressure, how to measure and by what instrument we have to measure this air pressure. Now, from surface of earth, okay, from earth surface, when we will go up, okay, increasing height, decreasing atmospheric pressure or air pressure. Keep this in mind. Okay. So, with increasing air density at air pressure also increases. Now, increase in the altitude, the height, okay, height, increase in the altitude from the earth surface, atmospheric density and pressure also decreases. Again I am telling, okay, from here when altitude will increase, okay, height will increase, okay, when we will go up, what air pressure we will get here, okay, air pressure, density, okay, and its weight, okay, what we will get in this area, okay, in this area, will not get the same in this area. So, when height will increase, the density and its pressure will decrease. Now, the extent of the force, okay, extent of the force exerted by air. Air we cannot see, okay, we can feel that, okay. Now, this force what air exerts, this can be measured, okay, this can be measured and per unit, this can be measured in per unit, which is called as atmospheric pressure. Now, this atmospheric pressure is measured or taken at sea level, okay, sea level. Why sea level? Okay, why sea level? So, sea level is in the ocean and the sea, what we find is that, so it is plain, okay, the characteristics what you will find, say the across the sea, you will find the more or less same, okay, that is why it is taken. Now, the height, okay, height of say the mountain, okay, mountain and the mountain ranges, okay, across the world the different mountain ranges and all these are there. So, height is taken from the sea level, okay, from the sea level, okay, because of its plain, okay, see the water level is everywhere you will find the plain, but in the land area, so the all places, okay, all places are not same. In the some areas are rugged, okay, some areas are very rugged, okay. So in Hindi, rugged means the ubad khabad, okay. So means all areas are not same. So the average atmospheric pressure per square inch, it is 14.7. Say this is 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch and 1 inch. Now atmospheric pressure of these, it is 14.7 pound. Okay, you see. Now this is per square inch, okay, means all side 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Now population density also, okay, population density. How we measure population density? Per square kilometer, okay, per square kilometer, the total number of people live in a per square kilometer area, it is the population density. So like this here also 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, so it is 14.7 pound, okay, or per square centimeter it is 1 kilogram. This is centimeter, say, okay, this is 1 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter, okay, and the it is 1 kilogram, 1 kg, okay. Square centimeter, it is inches, okay, inch, 1 inch 14.7 what pound. Now the normal atmospheric pressure at sea level indicates by, now this atmospheric pressure, how do we measure? By using barometer, okay. Now by using barometer, the normal, okay, the normal atmospheric pressure at sea level, it is indicated by barometric height by using that mercury, okay. Mercury, it is 20 like this, okay. Here inside mercury will be there, okay. Here 29 inches, 29.92, okay, inch or 76 centimeter, 76 centimeter, okay. Now this air pressure nowadays, it is expressed in millibar, okay. In short, it is called MB, okay. MB is not your internet, okay, 1 GB, 200 MB like this, not that, it is millibar, okay. So this is the atmospheric pressure and its measurement. By using this barometer and mercury, we can easily calculate the air pressure of any area. Now next, that air temperature. Air temperature, I said already, air temperature, everywhere you will not find the same air temperature, okay. Distribution of the earth surface, okay, the earth surface, okay, let me show you in globe, okay, this is globe. Now the areas across the different areas, so all the areas are not same, all the areas are not even, and that is why the air temperature also you will find different in the different areas. Now air temperature, what you will find in the polar region, okay, this is polar region. You will not find the same air temperature here in the equatorial region, okay. Air temperature also, the varied air temperature you will find. Now due to the variation of heat temperature, the atmospheric layer touching the earth surface witness variation in the pressure. Now, air pressure also different in the different areas. In the different layer of the atmosphere, what we have already discussed, that in the troposphere, the air temperature decreases with increasing altitude. Then in the next, it is increases, then decreases, then increases, then increases. Okay, like this in the different layer. Now, air temperature across the world also, in the all the places you will not find the same air temperature. Okay, so because of this geographic location, so air temperature also different. Now, when air temperature declines, okay, when the rise in the air temperature, okay, when the air temperature will be more, okay, then the air pressure will be high. Rise in the air temperature result in the decline in air pressure. This is equatorial region. Here air temperature will be more. Okay, air temperature will be more. So here pressure will be less. Now from here, from this region, when we move towards the polar region, okay, here temperature is very less, very negligible temperature. So what we got? Air temperature more. When your air temperature will be more, then pressure will be less. Pressure will be less. Here air temperature less, okay, negligible, pressure will be more. Okay, pressure will be more. In our next class, when we will discuss the pressure belt, we will discuss thoroughly how all this moves from the equatorial low pressure belt to the high pressure belt to the polar pressure belt, like this. Now, this is all about the day's class and the different, okay, the different layer of the atmosphere, layers of the atmosphere we have discussed. And in the next class we will continue the same chapter and the different global pressure belt we will discuss. Okay, pressure belt, South Pole, North Pole, the different pressure belt we will discuss. And I hope you enjoyed the last vacation classes. Okay, so this class also you enjoyed. Before listening or enjoying this virtual class, you do one thing: read your book. Okay, read your book twice, thrice, okay, many times. Okay, many times you read, and then you enjoy the class. Then you will understand. Okay, you will understand the different topics and the concepts, and then also repeatedly. Okay, repeatedly you enjoy the class. Listen this. And then also any problem is there, 100% problem will be there. So you write in the comment section. Okay, I shall try my best to reply you, answer you, and I hope you all are also fit and fine at your home in this pandemic time. So when the school will reopen, you have to write your exam, okay, half yearly exam, or the whatever the routine will give by the board, so that according to that you have to sit for the examination. So without wasting much time, you enjoy the classes and learn something at your home. So this is all about the day's discussion. Thanks to all.